Hey everyone, how is everyone doing? I am channeling some serious energy, you guys. Like, whoever it is that I'm connecting with, and I strongly feel like this is a divine masculine energy, is going through some heck of a tower moment. And it must have started like later on in the day today, because I am telling you, this poor divine masculine that I'm connecting with, I feel like he's the ego death experience that he must be going through right now to bring him into alignment for reunion with his divine feminine has probably left him feeling like so stressed that he can hardly speak properly. Because I noticed that when I started to channel his energy, just automatically, I feel like his higher self is trying to contact me. And that's when I just started downloading this information energetically. I myself started having a very hard time speaking, and I had a work meeting from my day job when this started to occur. And I knew that I had to do a reading on this because I just feel so much angst in this poor soul that I can only imagine what he must be going through. And of course I'm saying he and she, but that's because I'm giving pronouns to the energy. If you're new here, divine masculine and divine feminine are simply energies, not necessarily correlated to biological gender. So you can be a feminine and resonate with a masculine reading. That is completely normal. But yeah, anyways, whatever I am feeling is just, I mean, you can probably hear from my speech, this is a very slow moving energy, and it's almost like this divine masculine's higher self, when I try to access him, is almost speaking in code, because I mean, that's normal. That happens when they're going through tower moments that are really affecting them, because they don't want to, or we should say the universe doesn't want to energetically or spiritually traumatize the reader. So it's normal to not be able to access their higher self and actually speak to them when this is happening. But I feel like his energy is just trying to come in and tell me something. I can't for the life of me figure out at this point what that is. So I was hoping to channel that in tonight's reading, because if you all are in my part of the world, which is the United States, and other areas where we share similar days of or the same day of the week, like you're not a day ahead or anything like that, tomorrow is the major portal close window that started February 2nd. So from 2/2/22, tomorrow is going to be 2/22/22. So this is a major time when tower moments like these can occur, and they can be common because the universe is really pushing for you know, whatever remnants of ego there are to be taken out of the picture, so that you can reach alignment. Like, because if you know angel numbers, then you know that the angel number 222 and 2222 are for alignment. And that's exactly the goal that is being accomplished here. But I mean, I know I say this in my other readings too, tower moments are no joke, especially when they are correlated with ego death. And I know that ego death is not a one and done process. It is quite a long drawn out process for some, but that depends also on how deeply into the 3D matrix this person is entrenched. That, you know, so when that starts to happen, it depends on how much it's going to take, so to speak, to get them out of that consciousness and more in tune with their 5D higher self. So I really do feel like tonight's energy is going to be very slow moving, and it's going to take some work to probably get these messages out. But I feel like someone in this collective that connects with me will need to hear these messages. So I'm definitely motivated to try and do this reading. And I hope and pray that I am successful in getting some helpful messages out there for you guys. I just keep hearing, I can't, and I feel like this divine masculine is just stepping in to say that he can't either take it anymore or he just can't go on this way, something to that extent. I feel like part of what may have caused this tower moment is that somebody that he trusted might have tried to sabotage him or his connection with the divine feminine somehow. And I don't feel like he is in active communication on the 3D with his divine feminine. I feel like he is planning on getting back in touch, you know, like planning how to come back around. And I feel like this divine masculine has probably been talking to a lot of different people to try and figure out what his next steps should be. And I feel like there's definitely a sense of either betrayal or somebody just being so against this reunion that they're, whether overtly or inadvertently, sabotaging this divine masculine's attempts or something like that. And I also heard temptations, so there could definitely be a third-party influence where they are being tempted in some way, that this divine masculine is trying to fight for dear life. He's trying to fight off these temptations. So I don't know, I'm kind of being guided to all kinds of decks here. Like, the energy that I'm feeling is so scattered at the same time as it is slow moving that it's hard to discern what exactly and where I'm being guided to. So I'm going to start with the Energy Oracle cards deck, and we'll see what comes out here. Anxiety in the upright position. Yes, there is a lot of anxiety going on for this divine masculine that I am connecting with. And let's see. I'm going to try and get a couple more cards here to see if we can clarify any messages. Blossoming abundance. Notice how that fell out of the deck and then it fell into my lap in a sideways position. So the sideways position to me indicates a stuckness, and because of the way that it just thumped and stumbled onto my lap, I truly felt that energy of the divine masculine just kind of, you know, like flopping in the 3D, and kind of feel like that feeling of losing strength is what I'm getting. So blossoming abundance to me would be, you know, his desire to reconnect with his divine feminine, and that energy for him is feeling very stuck right now. Door to value in the reverse position. Yes, deep grounding breath here. So I feel like whatever sabotage or emotional manipulation might be taking place in this divine masculine's life that he has just recently become privy to, it is making him question the worth that he has for the people in his life if they are willing to do this to him. I just heard, how could you? So I feel like this divine masculine trusted whoever it is that he recently discovered had been emotionally manipulating him or trying to sabotage him. And this is really, yes, envy. And I think he realizes now that something he never realized before, that it's because this person envies his connection with the divine feminine. I feel like this is definitely a third party energy. And I feel like the third party is really afraid of losing this divine masculine in any way, shape, or form. That even though I don't feel like they're together, but I feel like she just does not want to let him go. And I don't feel like she feels that he will maintain a friendship with her. Let me get some more clarity on these messages. Spirit, what else can I channel? What else do we need to know? Deceit. Yeah. So envy, deceit, all of these things. He is realizing now that this third party is very, very deceitful. And I feel a huge, like, I mean, that I wish I could somehow have you guys experience what I'm experiencing energetically. This weight that is on my crown chakra, I feel like it's literally going to like push me down hard into my chair. Like, you know, like there's a heavy, heavy weight on top of my head. I feel immense pressure. And I also feel pain in my left temple, in my forehead. And then in the back of the neck, there's this pain that radiates from like the base of the neck all the way up to the left side of the forehead in the front. So there is a significant amount of stress, anxiety, tiredness, and I feel like this divine masculine is just in disbelief about everything that he's processing. Action. Yes. I heard, every time I want to take action, something hinders me, something tries to stop me. And I feel like this is where that incredibly stuck feeling, that slow moving stuck energy that I was talking about is coming from. That every time he wants to take a leap of faith, every time he wants to move forward, I just heard job. So I feel like this third party could have also affected his work in some way. Maybe she did not allow him to get a certain job, or did not allow him to, or maybe she's keeping him stuck at a certain job that he doesn't want to be at. Could be either one of those things. Spirit, what else do we need to know? Whoa. The world, yes. This divine masculine is trying very hard to expand, to grow, to be on his destined soul path. That, you know, soul song that we always talk about. I feel like he's just craving the ability to sing that. And he's just not able to, because of this sabotage, because of this envy and deceit that he's being surrounded with, all tied up. How synchronistic, you guys. All tied up. Yes, that's exactly how this poor divine masculine is feeling. I just feel such a heavy sadness in him. It's not even anger, you guys. It's just sadness. The thinking man. Yes, so he's definitely really trapped in his headspace right now. But I feel like he can't even formulate his thoughts properly, because when his energy flows through me, I can hardly formulate my words to get them out for the sake of this reading. So yeah, he is stuck in his headspace quite a bit. And I feel like that's why I don't have access to his higher self, because he's really just grounded in this 3D matrix experience that he had during this tower moment that he can't detach from. So I feel this deck kind of going silent here. Let me try and reshuffle these cards back in and see if this helps at all. Wow, you guys, this is extremely powerful, overwhelming energy. I feel a burn in my left shoulder too as I'm channeling his energy. Oh, this is intense, you guys. Door to Value in the reverse position again. So this is one of the major reasons why he cannot get out of his headspace right now, is because he feels like nobody values him. And the one person who did, the Divine Feminine, I just heard dumb enough to walk her out of my life. He feels dumb enough to walk her out of his life. Patience in the upright position. So I feel like Spirit is saying everything is going to fall into place. This tower moment happened for you, not to you. And it's to bring you into alignment for reunion with your Divine Feminine. Have patience, Divine Masculine. Things are going to fall into place. And that's also the number 16 card. For whatever reason, the number 6 really stood out to me, which is often associated in angel numbers with family and, close ties. So I feel like that is exactly what is aligning for this Divine Masculine, is his chance to form that close tie with his Divine Feminine. Yes, Angel of Love. This is what's coming for him. Love is coming for him, but he needs to learn how to love himself first. And I feel like that is exactly what this Divine Masculine is struggling with. Just the posture of the angel in this illustration is really standing out to me. And I see the way that her head is bowed, and I feel like the Divine Masculine must be emotionally and energetically kind of in a bowed posture, because if you think about how somebody that's going through a depression might stand or walk and just, have their shoulders kind of slouched forward, I feel like internally that is what the Divine Masculine must look like. And this reddish hair is also standing out to me on this picture. So maybe the Divine Masculine might have reddish hair, or somebody that might connect with reddish hair might connect with somebody in some way if they're resonating with this reading. Second chakra, Archangel Ariel. Yes. So I feel like with this tower moment, the Divine Masculine has come upon some realizations of sacral chakra wounds that might need to be cleared. He may not label them as such, that, I have sacral chakra wounds, but he is realizing that part of the reason why his ability to fully enjoy life and be as fully creative as he desires to be has been hindered or blocked. And he is now on that path to healing those. And that is going to bring him into alignment for reunion. That is a powerful message, you guys. Let's see. What else do we need to know here? Community card. Yes, the reconciliation card. So this also, if you saw, fell out in a sideways position. So this is the Divine Masculine's literally only desire right now, is to reconcile with the Divine Feminine. And that will be the greatest celebration of his life. Reconciliation and celebration is what I just heard Spirit say. So these are his goals right now, to reconcile with the Divine Feminine, and then he can celebrate. And also the number 7 here, if there's a building number 7, For some reason, I just saw that, or maybe someone's apartment number or house number has a 7 in it. 7 could be significant for anyone who is connecting with this reading. So many of the same cards, you guys. Yes. The thinking man, and this card I also tend to strongly associate with a divine masculine who is kind of stuck in the 3D matrix ego-based mind. And I feel like right now he is in a state of severely overthinking everything. I know the last YouTube reading I did, I talked about a divine feminine who was really stuck in her head and overthinking everything. And I feel like this Tower moment triggered that same behavioral pattern or cognitive pattern within the divine masculine. So that is being mirrored in this specific divine masculine's energy that I'm channeling right now. Wow, cards are flying and see sideways position again. The World. Wow, yes. So that stuckness is still being emphasized here. I'm going to put these cards back in the deck. It's amazing, you guys. Like, I never have the same cards fly out over and over again in the same reading. So this divine masculine's energy is quite strong. And I feel like he's kind of feeling like he's in a hamster wheel, you know, where he's stuck and just doing the same dance over and over in his head. So I feel like he's in that headspace of just ruminating. That's the word I'm looking for. He's ruminating. Patience in the sideways position. Yes, so he's trying to find his patience. He knows that patience is what he needs, because I do believe on some level this divine masculine is aware that he is being spiritually guided and that his divine feminine is also being spiritually guided back to him. And he knows that patience is something that he needs, but he's trying very hard to find it at this time. I'm going to go to the Moonology deck here and see what else comes out. My heart goes out to this poor soul who is going through this tonight, because even just channeling his energy is so extremely difficult and exhausting for me that I can't imagine, because he's having that lived experience, what he must be going through. So my card fell to the bottom. Let me get it really quick. Balance, spirituality, and practicality. Wow, guys. Full moon in Pisces. So for those of you who've been following me, you know that we entered Pisces season just recently. And people's intuitive senses, their creative abilities, and all of that is really heightened during this season. The sun entered the astrological sign of Pisces. So for your intuition to feel extremely heightened during this time is going to be completely normal. And I also feel like you're going to truly just feel creative in ways that you haven't felt in a long time. You may even channel telepathic, you know, songs or communication from your divine counterpart during this time. And if you follow me on Instagram, which I highly recommend that you do, because you can book your card pulls and readings, etc. with me there. This card came out for the collective quite a bit, along with another card called The Energy is Gaining Momentum. But this card was most significant because the collective is really in a headspace right now that they are overthinking and negative thinking, and their past traumas are really holding them back from being able to experience the full manifestation of their wishes and desires that are really just, I mean, literally at their doorstep. But they're not fully able to release and surrender, so it's just kind of stuck right behind the threshold, and the universe is kind of like knocking on the door and saying, hey, we're here to deliver everything that you've wanted. But the negative thinking patterns that many in the collective are currently stuck in, and the re-triggering of past traumas is really just keeping that one step distance between them and their wishes. However, work through your fears. This is the greatest guidance. And I feel like this divine masculine also, if he wasn't in that state of mind that I mentioned that the collective is in currently, he's in it now. And he is being guided to truly work through his fears, because I feel like he is desperately flailing around energetically, if not physically, that, for fear that he might lose his divine feminine, that so much time is going by. And if I am being triggered by everything that I did to you, then I can't imagine how triggered you must be by everything that I did to you. And why on earth would you want somebody like me back in your life? I was dumb enough to walk you right out of my life. I heard walk you right out of my life again. So I really feel like that is where this divine masculine is stuck. That is his individual headspace. And he knows on some level that his reunion is destined with the divine feminine, but his ego-based mind is not allowing him to surrender and accept the fact that things will fall into place. And I feel like he's trying to control so much of what happens, but he doesn't know how. So he's trying to control it, but yet there's no action being taken in the physical 3D. So it's like this push-pull dynamic of energy versus a lack of action in the physical 3D, if that makes sense. But these two that came out, you guys, beautiful predictive cards here. Full moon in Libra and new moon. So we know that new moons are a great time for releasing. And this card is telling the divine masculine that after you get through this tower moment, a new start is coming for you. A fresh start is coming to you. And Libra, the zodiac sign of balance, a win-win outcome is forecast. The scales are really standing up to me. And I just heard Spirit say the scales are tipped in your favor. So don't worry, divine masculine, if you are connecting with this reading, if this is you, if I'm channeling your energy, that you have so much love and good waiting for you in the near future. I don't feel like it's going to take very long before some form of movement is seen in the physical 3D. And although I know you are being triggered by everything that happened in the past, I feel like Spirit is trying to say, forgive yourself. Your divine feminine on some level has already forgiven you. But I strongly am picking up that energy that by this divine masculine being stuck in his headspace and rethinking and overthinking everything that caused their 3D physical separation or disconnect, temporary disconnect, is re-traumatizing this divine feminine as well, because twin flames are perfect mirrors of each other, and the telepathic communication is also an energetic bond between them that can never ever be severed. So if you are thinking something, your divine feminine is also thinking those things. And although she wants you back in her life, she is also in a sense being re-traumatized by everything that had transpired. And now she's in a headspace where she's thinking, gosh, I thought I got over all this, and I know I've forgiven him, I want him back in my life, but this is really hurting me right now. So I feel like a lot of those old wounds, just by this overthinking, are being re-triggered and need to be re-dealt with, if that makes sense, you know? So the guidance here is that the future is beautiful for you. You really don't have a reason to worry. Just to work on healing yourself, healing your energy, forgiving yourself, because I truly feel like you are forgiven by your counterpart. Whew, that was a lot to get out. Let's see if there is any other guidance here. I'm going to go to the Lover's Oracle deck and see what comes up. Ooh. Okay. So I'm sorry for sounding so tired, you guys, but it's really just this energy that's flowing through me that I can't shake it. And I had to read it to gain some clarity here. Spirit, what else can I channel? Power. You instinctively know what is right for you, and you have the power to say no or walk away at any time. So I feel like this is for the Divine Masculine, and he is strongly being guided to plug into his intuition and internal power. He has the power within himself to disconnect from these emotionally manipulative, sabotaging people in his life. There's an image of a snake wrapping this couple up on the back of this card that is really standing out to me. And I feel like that snake represents the emotional manipulation and the sabotage that this Divine Masculine is finally privy to, that he had been falling victim to for so long. And he's being guided by Spirit saying that he's not helpless and he does not have to tolerate this. And yes, it happened and it hurt when it came to awareness. Of course it hurt. It would hurt anyone. But this is to empower you by giving you that insight that you didn't have before, and to tell you that you have the power to walk away from these situations, whatever it is. You can move forward, Divine Masculine. You're not as trapped as you think you are. Let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. So yes, this is true that energetically, I know you just want to wrap your Divine Feminine up in your arms, and I get this feeling like this Divine Masculine unintentionally might have been trying to think of ways to push things forward that were more in his interest than what might be best for both counterparts together. So I don't think that was a cunning or conniving agenda by any means. I don't think that the Divine Masculine was in that mindset of, well, let me just push my own agenda and not consider her. But I feel like that was something that could have happened when he was feeling like he was in a rush to reunite with his feminine. So that is definitely something to be aware of if you are resonating with these readings, and if you are the Divine Masculine that I'm picking up on, that to always, when you come up with ideas or make a decision to act, always look at how it's going to affect all the parties involved, and don't just look for immediate gratification, because sometimes that's exactly how we sell ourselves short. Whew. Next card, Passion. A magnetic and seductive quality surrounds you at present. Enjoy it. Yes, energetically, your Divine Feminine is with you, Divine Masculine. She never, ever leaves your side. Your higher self is always with her. Energetically, that silver cord that runs between your hearts is always, always there, and it's strong. You feel that passionate connection with each other, and in this case, the passion can also mean the suffering that you are going through as a result of this Tower moment. Your Divine Feminine is also energetically processing that with you, because that's part of the reason why twin flames mirror each other, is that they help each other process the emotions and experiences that they're going through, even during the 3D physical disconnect, that never goes away. Friendship. Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship and your love life will dramatically improve. Yes. I just heard realize. So I think Spirit is trying to say realize, divine masculine, that your divine feminine is not just a romantic counterpart. She is also your friend. And I really strongly feel like the divine masculine truly misses the friendship of this divine feminine. And I feel like it's something that he may have taken for granted when she was present in the physical 3D. That, you know, if she tried to initiate friendly contact with him or to just be friends on any level, I feel like she was shot down in a way. I heard shot down, so I'm thinking that might resonate with this person. So rekindling that friendship also, whenever you decide to make your move, is going to serve you very, very well, divine masculine. That you're not just romantic counterparts, you are also friends. Let's see. I'm going to switch it up a little bit today and channel a love message from the divine feminine to the masculine first, from the Rumi Oracle deck. Because I feel like if this divine masculine is on this channel and he's listening, he's really going to need that reassurance from his counterpart. So I'm going to channel her message to him first. Easy there. Let's see. What love message from the divine feminine to the masculine can I channel? Wow, you guys. Sacred union, from nothing to everything, and whirling goddess. 3 cards came out, and sacred union. If this is not a twin flame card, I don't know what is. But I'm being more guided to this, the number 16 card, which is also synchronistic based on what I said earlier about the number 6 and its significance. From nothing to everything. So this is the love message I'll channel from the Rumi poem in the guidebook. From nothing to everything. Oh, my friend, if you are longing to be written on, become a blank page. Rumi. Have you ever been shedding your skins, your layers, your certainties? Gone are fixed identities and definite opinions. Keep casting those shackles aside, even if you fear you are releasing too much, and then perhaps you shall cease to exist. You shall only cease to exist as you have known yourself to be thus far. Another emanation of you awaits, blazing angel, something more beautiful and true. Yet here you are at the pruning stage, like a gardener for the soul. Shall the garden spring back to life, or will the enthusiastic denuding process be rather too much and unintentionally kill off the garden altogether? Fear not, your soul is made of hardy stuff. It can handle a lot of culling and will shine even brighter for it. There is a greater story to be impressed upon your essence than the one you are currently dreaming up. Though you are brilliant, no doubt about it, my angel of love, there is one who is even more so. The imagination of this great writer is beyond our comprehension. The stories that pour forth from that cosmic poet in every moment are so rich they inspire the creation of art and music. One such story is especially created for you. Yes, you. With a starring role and all the best supporting cast, you shall gasp in wonder, awe, glee, and delight when you hear it. It is a great romance, a great adventure with an ending truly spectacular and divine. Would you wish to hear it? Become attentive now. Put your own tales aside, as dramatic as they may seem right now, and prepare to be entranced by the greater storyteller, the living poet of love, as you are entranced in a tale of your unfolding divine destiny. That was so synchronistic on every level, you guys. This divine feminine is telling him that if you are longing to be written on, become a blank page. You can't carry those past traumas, and things that you believe you traumatize the divine feminine with forward into your future, because you won't have a very appealing future if those energies stay constant within your connection and even within your energy field. And this divine feminine is there with you right along every step of the way, processing all these emotions with you. I'm going to check in with the divine feminine's energy really quick and see what comes through in the traditional tarot. This divine feminine counterpart, what do we need to know? There's a lot of fiery energy, you guys, in this divine feminine, and I feel like she's fighting for her divine masculine. Notice she came out as the King of Wands, that the divine masculine energy within her seems to be dominant right now, and it's fiery dominant, because her higher self is trying to protect her divine masculine from this trauma that he has just gone through with the Tower moment. Knight of Swords. Yes, she wishes she could communicate with this divine masculine, because energetically she feels something is very, very off. And if I'm feeling the way I am, I can only imagine how these two counterparts must be mirroring each other, because she is just, you see how fast this knight is going. That is really, really standing out to me. It's like, there is nothing in my path that I won't cut down to get to you, divine masculine, and make sure that you're okay. And I feel like that's her higher self speaking here. And she knows that, she is the world to this divine masculine on an energetic level. That telepathy that goes on between counterparts, your ego mind can cause you to doubt things or to wonder about things, but energetically you know that truth, and the world, like ultimate happiness, ultimate bliss, is how the divine masculine views his feminine, and the feminine knows that. The divine masculine, yes, is walking away now from things that are no longer serving him because of that epiphany, that realization that he had. And I'm drawn to this image right here where there's a half moon and a full moon, but for some reason I saw the sun right here, and it looks like the moon is eating the sun. The moon is more, tied to emotions, anxiety, fear, and I feel like that's exactly so synchronistic with what is happening within this divine masculine at this time, that his positive energy is just being eaten by overthinking and overanalyzing and fear and anxiety of all the what ifs that are going through his mind. But that's exactly what he needed to walk away from, these cups that no longer serve him in his life. And this is the beautiful future prediction card, you guys. The 10 of Pentacles. You have everything. You are exactly where you want to be in life. And this is also on a 3D physical level. So this doesn't necessarily only correlate with wealth, but these pentacles can represent for you family, future, marriage, love, all of those things, connection, support, that that people truly crave for on a higher level that goes beyond anything that money or career or fame or fortune can buy you. And this is in store for this divine feminine and masculine couple. Although they're not a couple in the physical 3D yet, but when they do become that, there is so much good and love waiting for them in the future. And that is such beautiful energy, you guys. Such beautiful energy. I'm going to see if anything comes out here from the Starseed Oracle. I'm just going to give this a quick check. I am feeling like burning energy on the left side of my head. Like, I literally feel like this divine masculine's energy is going to burn through me. So he is purging a lot emotionally. If this isn't synchronicity, I don't know what is, you guys. If you remember from the Rumi poem, if you want to be written on, become a blank page. Your life is a canvas. Artist, manifestation, creative accountability. Came out from the Starseed Oracle. Yes. So everywhere this divine masculine is being guided, that his life is being rewritten. He just has to make room for the new words, the new writings, the new paintings on his canvas. He has to blank it out. How is he going to do that? By tuning back into himself. Rest, rejuvenation, time in nature, relaxation. Now that he has the realization of who and what is good for him and what's not and who's not, he can take the appropriate action. But he needs to take time to himself to get back in touch with his intuition, connect himself back to source so he can make the right decisions in the right ways at the right times. Because impulsivity is not going to serve well here. So I'm going to pull some final love messages from the masculine to the feminine this time. Let's see what's on his mind and what he wants to say. And then we will close out this reading for tonight. What a strong, powerful portal reading, you guys. Tomorrow is the last day of this portal. So be ready for some major energetic shifts that will bring you into closer alignment for reunion. Now remember, it's not always a fun process. It depends on your individual situation too, but don't be surprised if, you know, the darkest hour is just before dawn. It happens energetically too. You influence me in ways no one can, no one has. Yes. This is the impact that the feminine has on this masculine, and he's realizing it. That heavy sense of guilt and regret is ever present within his heart. I want commitment with you, just not yet. Yes, he's still working on things. Those 8 cups that he was walking away from, he needs to get away from them before he can fully commit to you, divine feminine. This has nothing to do with, you know, his level of desire to be with you, the just not yet part. It's just that things in the physical 3D need to be sorted out first. I regret walking away from you. What did I say, you guys? How synchronistic. Yep. You just can't make this stuff up. I regret walking away from you. That heaviness, that regret, that remorse is ever present in this divine masculine's heart. So that was all for tonight's reading. My goodness, this was one exhausted, poor divine masculine. And I hope that if he is on this channel, or if there's potential for him to join, I hope these messages reach him and his divine feminine counterpart as well. I hope this message reaches whoever it needs to reach, and that it helps them and gives them the guidance that they need. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me here today. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. That allows me to channel more specific information and messages for you and your situation. Like today's reading was supposed to be collective, but this one was so specific because it just had to come out. So if you like my videos and are subscribed to my channel, I can pick up your energy a little bit easier. You're essentially energetically signaling your presence here to me by doing that. And you're telling spirit that you're open and receptive to receiving the messages and guidance that might come through during these readings. I will leave my Instagram and TikTok IDs in the video description box or the pinned comment under the video, because sometimes I forget to put it in the description box. So if that happens, it'll be in one of those two places. I highly encourage you guys to definitely come join me there. I run card pull specials regularly, and you can book with me anytime and have a quick on-the-fly check-in with your person as well. So I look forward to seeing you all on those platforms as well. You all have a beautiful, restful night, and I hope you have a great week. I will talk to you again in the next reading video, which I hope will be tomorrow, because I strive to do these YouTube readings daily. I usually take 1 or 2 days off during the week. So definitely join me everywhere. Love you guys. Bye.